My name is Merle Bertrand, coming to you live as the Vandergrift Vipers get ready for game number 2 and hopefully game number 3 of their bi-district matchup against the number 3 ranked Lake Travis Cavaliers. Lake Travis jumped out to a 9-0 lead after scoring 6 runs in the 4th inning of game 1 last night out of Benham Field and appeared to have the Vipers on the ropes. Vandergrift, however, didn't quit. The Vipers scored 5 unanswered runs, and with the bases loaded and just 1 out, the Vipers brought the tying run to the plate in the 7th inning, but couldn't pull any closer. The Cavaliers wound up holding on for a 9-5 Game 1 win and a 1-0 lead in this best 2 out of 3 series. That means an uphill battle this afternoon for Vandergrift. If the Vipers want to extend their season, they'll have to win this game number 2 coming up in just a few minutes, and then turn around and do it all again in a winner-take-all game number 3 30 minutes later. Honestly, this is one of my all-time favorite ballparks, so I've got no problem whatsoever spending all afternoon out here at Lake Travis if that's what it takes. We'll take a break in just a moment, but a quick reminder for those of you who weren't with us last night and who might be wondering why you're not seeing any video, this will be an audio-only radio-style broadcast. The UIL has sold off postseason video rights to a national pay-per-view outlet that has first-rider refusal to do video. Since the NFH Network has chosen to live stream this series through a subcontractor, we can only do audio broadcasts this weekend as per UIL rules. So, a huge thank you to Jennifer Farrow, Stephen Mueller, and the Vandergrift Baseball Booster Club Board for electing to proceed with the broadcast as we go radio style, and thank you for sticking with us and tuning in as well. That sets the table here. We'll take a break and make sure that we're all settled in. And when we come back, we'll hear from Vipers head coach Gerald Hicklen talking about last night's intriguing Game 1 loss to these Cavaliers and get his thoughts on game number 2 coming up. You're listening to Vandergrift Vipers Baseball on Vype Live. Hello, please be joined on what we hope is a long afternoon here at Lake Travis by the head coach of the Vandergrift Vipers, Coach Gerald Hicklen. And first of all, Coach, wanted to get your thoughts on last night's ball game. Tough to spot a team like Lake Travis, 9 runs, but a nice comeback by the Vipers to at least give these guys something to think about here today.
Yeah, it certainly wasn't our best day, but our guys did a great job of stringing together some quality ABs and had a guy come in to pitch that put up some zeros and really gave us a chance to win it late. You know, we had bases loaded and ended up getting the tying run to the plate, and unfortunately didn't come through there in those that clutch situation. But I really was proud of the guys in the way that they never really gave up and you know, pretty much made it a game.
Yeah, it's one of those things where there's no silver linings in playoff baseball, but it had to feel good because they could have folded it. They could have got themselves run ruled, and they came back and made it a ball game.
Yeah, we haven't really done that all year.
Right.
You know, no matter what happens, we find a way to come back and give ourselves a chance to win. And you know, I really feel confident with this team and know that we're going to be in the game. And if we're in the game, we've got a chance to win it.
There's that old Hollywood saying when it comes to screenwriting: show it, don't tell it. Baseball playoff baseball is a different breed of cat, especially against a quality team like Lake Travis. It almost felt like it took you guys a couple innings to realize, okay, we got to step it up here a little bit. And then once they got their sea legs underneath them, they settled in and played a good ball game.
Yeah, and let's hope that carries on to today.
Right.
You know, we carry that momentum into today and really come out strong these first couple innings. We've got a legit shot to make it into game 3, and then anything can happen.
And what are your thoughts heading into game number 2? Obviously, you got to get through game number 2 to get to game number 3. It is a hot, sunny day here. What are your thoughts on game number 2?
No, I think with any playoff game, you got to pitch, play defense, and string together quality at bats. And for us, if we do that, we're going to put ourselves in a chance to win this ball game, go on to game 3, and really go win the series.
And last question for you: what did you tell the guys last night that just kind of set the table and get their mindset right for this long afternoon here in Lake Travis?
I said you're trying to build something special, and you've already done some really special things this year, and you know, might as well come out tomorrow and do it again.
Yeah, I noticed that on the playoff T-shirts. Build the brand. That seems to be what you guys are about this year, right?
And the guys are doing a great job of it so far. I really hope they come out and play the game that they can and continue to build on that brand.
Well, Coach, we were just joking a moment ago. It's hot, it's sunny, but we'd rather be out here for 8 hours in the air conditioning. So let's make it a long afternoon here at Lake Travis.
I'm in. Let's do it.
Vandergrift Vipers head coach Gerald Hicklen kind enough to join us here on the pregame show. We'll take a break and be right back. You're listening to Vandergrift Vipers Playoff Baseball on Vype Live.
Become a Vype insider today. Access breaking news in high school sports. Enjoy premium articles and exclusive coverage written by expert analysts, and watch exclusive videos, documentaries on programs in your area. It's only $2.99 a month if you subscribe for the monthly plan. If you go for the yearly plan, it rounds out to just $1.99 a month. It costs you only $24 a year to get all of your Vype news throughout the entire year. Subscribe today. What are you waiting for? It's less than a cup of coffee a month. Become a Vype insider. $2.99 a month, $23.99 for the whole year. Hey, it's Vype. We will see you at the games.
Welcome back to Cavaliers Field in Lakeway. Merle Bertrand here along with Shane Shawinski, our QA this afternoon, keeping an eye and an ear on the broadcast, well, mostly an ear today, to make sure that we're on the air and then sounding as good as we possibly can. Want to remind everybody, don't miss the UIL Baseball State Championship starting Wednesday, June 8th at UFCU Dishwall Field in Austin, Texas, and the Dell Diamond in Round Rock, Texas. Ticket information and more can be found at uiltexas.org. This afternoon, marking our 613th Vipers cast overall on KMAX Sports and Vype dating back to 2009, our 175th Vipers baseball broadcast. Thanks to Vandy Gabuska, President Jennifer Farrow, Vice President Steve Mueller, all the board and all of our sponsors for making these broadcasts possible. Let me call them up so you can get a good look at who they all are. That would be our Grand Slam sponsor, Shannon Kramer with Kramer Property Group. Our home run sponsor, Silverton Custom Homes and Mr. Jason Grimm, along with Jones and Spross. Our double play sponsors, Sport Clips Haircuts, Craig Smize with 1835 Realty, Ranch Road Vision Source, and the DeQuebos Company. And our single play sponsors, Pediatric Dentistry of Steiner Ranch, Trent Reynolds Player Development, Steiner Dental, Pinnacle Sports Performance and Rehabilitation, Candelia Haley Dance Hall, Tomlin Family Orthodontics, Steiner Wellness and Nutrition, and South Star Bank, along with our Vype Network sponsor, Academy Sports and Outdoors. Hot, muggy, 90-some degrees here in Lakeway, Texas, about 15-20 miles northwest of Austin. Beautiful ballpark here. Coach Gerald Hickles Vandergrift Vipers entered game number 2 with a record of 16-13 after dropping game 1 9-5 last night. At 0-5 all-time in the postseason, the Vipers are still looking for their first ever playoff win, and let's hope it comes right now. Coach Mike Rogers' Lake Travis Cavaliers entered play today, ranked number 3 in the state, according to TexasHighSchoolBaseball.com. The Cavs were the District 26-6A champions and are now 26-4-3 on the season. The winner of the series meets the winner of New Braunfels versus San Antonio Johnson in the area round. Johnson took game number 1 7-5 last night in New Braunfels. That series will resume this afternoon at 5 o'clock at Sports Park down in San Antonio. We're going to turn it over to our PA for our starting lineups and our national anthem.
For your team, as well as displaying encouragement for all participants involved. And now, introducing today's starting lineup for the Vandergrift Vipers. Batting first and playing right field, number 11, Jackson Lures. Batting second, the second baseman, number 13, Clayton Moore. Batting third, number 5, the catcher, Braden Buchanan. Batting fourth and pitching, number 2, Connor Freeman. Batting fifth, the left fielder, number 10, Gavin Shattuck. Batting sixth, the shortstop, number 3, Simon Baker. Batting seventh, first baseman, number 4, Landon Thomason. Batting eighth, number 6, the center fielder, Tyler Hubbard. And batting ninth, playing third base, number 15, Hudson Lilly. And here are head coach Jared Hickle and the rest of the Vandergrift Vipers. And now, here's today's starting lineup for your Lake Travis Cavaliers. Leading off, playing shortstop, number 6, Hayden Kent. Batting second, the third baseman, number 12, David Ripple. Batting third, playing first base, number 15, Cole Johnson. Batting fourth, the right fielder, number 5, Ethan Calder. Batting fifth, the designated hitter, number 17, Will Langdon. Batting sixth, playing second base, number 7, Dylan Schlotterback. Batting seventh, the left fielder, number 28, Daniel Ripple. Batting eighth, the center fielder, number 3, Austin Reed. And batting ninth, the catcher, number 23, Gavin Schlotterback. And pitching today for your Cavaliers, number 21, O.J. Gonzalez. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we can direct your attention to the flag just beyond the fence in left center field as we honor our nation with the playing of our national anthem.
All right, we are ready to play baseball here from Lake Travis. Welcome back. Merle Bertrand here. Get you caught up in other bi-district scores from last night. It was Westwood holding off San Marcos 5-4 in 8 innings down in San Marcos. Cedar Ridge defeated Bowie 6-1 at Burgerfield in a game we had on Vype. And Vista Ridge shocked number 9 Westlake 3-1 at Westlake. So Westwood, Cedar Ridge, and Vista Ridge winning their game ones on the road last night and hoping to advance in their home ballparks this afternoon. We'll keep tabs on all of those games and other games on Vype Live throughout the afternoon. Beautiful ballpark here at Lake Travis, Cavalier Field, all grass and dirt, the way God meant baseball to be played. They've got a red Cavaliers banner around home plate, around the batter's circle, with white lettering, spells out Cavaliers around against the red background.
Here he is, 20 years
Lake Travis on the left field outfield wall, baseball in white lettering on the outfield wall. 322 to the left field foul pole, 360 to the power alleys. Actually 350 to the power alleys, 360 to dead away center field. A little smaller than Vinham Field, but a double high wall out there in center field to make it a little bit more challenging to get a home run out of this ballpark. Cavaliers Stadium, home of the Cavaliers football team, beyond the fence in left center field. A big 10-inning baseball scoreboard planted firmly over the right center field fence. And hopefully at the end of the day, it'll show 2 wins for Vandergrift, hoping to extend their series. We are about ready to go here, thanks to a lot of the Vandergrift parents seated to my left, helping me rig up an umbrella system to cover up the equipment. I'm not so much worried about me in the hot sun, but the equipment will get too hot and shut down. That's what I was worried about. So glad that Glad they were able to help me out. Thank you to them for making it possible to keep the equipment relatively cool on this 90-degree day. Batting order again for the Vipers. Jackson Lure in right field will lead it off. Clayton Moore at second base batting second. Braden Buchanan behind the plate batting third. Connor Freeman, the starting pitcher today, batting in the cleanup spot. Gavin Shaddix out in left field batting fifth. Simon Baker at shortstop batting sixth. Landon Thomason at first base batting seventh. Tyler Hubbard in center field batting eighth. And Hudson Lilly at third base batting ninth. So Lures, Moore, Buchanan, Freeman, Shaddix, Baker, Thomason, Hubbard, and Lilly, the batting order for Coach Gerald Hickles, Vandergrift Vipers, 16-13. Down 0-1 in the series. Deep at the set for Lake Travis, it'll be Daniel Ripple, Austin Reed, Ethan Calder, the outfield left to right. David Ripple over at third base, Caden Kent at shortstop, Dylan Slaughterback at second base, and Gavin Slaughterback, they changed it back. What they originally had, they moved Slaughterback over to first. Now they put him back behind home plate. So it's going to be Cole Johnson over at first base. We'll do that again here. Just notice that last second change. So David Ripple, Caden Kent, Dylan Slaughterback, and Cole Johnson, the infield third to first. Gavin Slaughterback behind the plate, and O.J. Gonzalez making the start today for Lake Travis. 7 starts in the season, brings a record of 6-0 to the table, 41 2/3 innings pitched. Giving up just 3 earned runs on the season. He struck out 60, walked 8, and has an ERA of 0.504. So the Vipers have their work cut out for him this afternoon. Settle in for what we hope is about an 8-hour day from Lake Travis, as Jackson Lures will step in 0 for 2 in last night's ball game. Give a shout out and a hello to my mom, tuned in from the great state of Illinois, the #1 Viper fan in the state of Illinois. She says it's the first warm day up there of the week, so she's outside listening to Viper baseball here on Vype Live. As are you. Thank you for tuning in. Jackson Lure stepping in to lead it off here for the Vipers. Be great to get a big first inning. Put some pressure. Build on the momentum that the Vipers had late last night. So here we go. Lures from the left side. And the first pitch from O.J. Gonzalez. It's a curveball in there for a strike one, and we're underway from Lake Travis. Swing and a miss, strike 2 on the heat. No balls, 2 strikes to Lures. Primary grandstand here, kind of carved out of the limestone in terraces, if you will. They've added bleachers down to extend back over to the dugouts. And swing and a miss, strike 3. Lures is out on 3 pitches. One away, that'll bring up Clayton Moore.
Second baseman, number 13, Clayton Moore.
Moore, nice night last night. 1 for 3, that was a double. Scored a run, had an RBI. One out, bases empty. He shows bunt, pulls it back, and the pitch down low, ball 1. Gonzalez, good-looking right-hander, got the start out in right field last night for Lake Travis. 1-0 pitch. That off-speed floats in there for a strike. 1-1 to Moore. One pitch. Swing and a miss. Pulled the string on that one. Moore on top of it and out in front of it. He's down in the count in 1-2. 8 other broadcasts on Vype Live today, including Cedar Park and Dripping Springs, Bowie against Cedar Ridge, Liberty Hill against Buda Johnson, and more. 1-2 pitch to Moore. Missed outside, 2-2. Allegan softball trying to bounce back out in Brenham this afternoon. Two pitch. Just missed outside. Good take there by Moore, and he's worked the count full. A couple of other games in the Houston area. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Moore. The pitch from Gonzalez. Down low, ball 4. He got ahead in the count 0-2, and it ended up walking Moore. So Clayton Moore tied for the team lead with Jackson Lures with walks. Might have taken the lead with that one.
Catcher, number 5, Braden Buchanan.
1 out, 1 aboard for Braden Buchanan. Buchanan, a nice night last night. 1 for 2 with an RBI and a couple of walks. One out, 1 aboard. Foul ball, tapped it, glanced it off the shoulder, strike 1. Like at Venom Field, the breeze blowing from right to left. Gusting every now and then, mostly just a solid, persistent breeze. 0-1 pitch to Buchanan. Down low, ball 1. One ball, 1 strike to Buchanan. And snap though down to first. Yes, they get back. Moore faked like he was going to steal. And a pretty good throw there by Gavin Schlotterbach. Cole Johnson putting on the tag, but Moore dives back in. And Buchanan ahead in the count, now 2 balls and a strike. Toss to first, runner back. Vipers wearing their anthracite jerseys. That's gray to you and me. So gray jerseys with the white numerals, white trim on the sleeves, white pants with the gray pinstripe. That ball slapped out in the left field for a base hit, and the Vipers are going to have runners at first and second with 1 away. So the Vipers coming in here not intimidated. And we'll get a courtesy runner that's coming in. That is going to be Jack Nelson, as it was last night.
Pitcher, number 2, Connor Freeman.
So Nelson run for Buchanan. He'll be at first. Moore moves up to second, and Connor Freeman steps in. 2 for 4 with a run scored last night. Trying to help his own cause from the left side. Lake Travis in the home white pinstripes, black pinstripes, red numerals outlined in black. Cavaliers and block lettering across the front. Black cap with the red bill for Lake Travis. Yeah, slider from Freeman in there for strike 1. To Freeman, I should say. Strike 1 to Connor Freeman. Moore at second. Nelson running for Buchanan at first with 1 out here in the top of the first inning. Swing and a miss. And the count 0-2 to Freeman. No balls, 2 strikes to Connor Freeman. Gonzalez taking his time. Now he's got the sign. Checks the runner, the pitch. Outside corner, called strike 3. Connor Freeman says, give me that same call when I'm out there. Second strikeout of the ballgame recorded for Gonzalez. And with 2 outs, that'll bring up the hot-hitting Gavin Shaddix.
Left fielder, number 10, Gavin Shaddix.
Shaddix 2 for 4 with a run scored and an RBI last night. Runners at first and second, but now 2 away. That ball hit hard to left field. Pretty well tagged. Going back, and it is caught by the left fielder at the warning track. Shaddix gave it a ride, but Daniel Ripple tracked it down and hauled it in about 4 feet shy of the fence. The Shaddix puts a charge in it, but comes up empty. The Vipers with no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 runners left on base. And at the end of the first half inning of play, it is Vandergrift nothing, and Lake Travis coming up to bat. So the Vipers don't score, but they send a message that they're here to play baseball. And Lake Travis will send a lineup that looks like this. Caden Kent, the shortstop, to lead it off. David Ripple over at third base batting second. Cole Johnson behind the plate batting third. It'll be Ethan Calder, the right fielder, batting cleanup. Will Langdon, the DH for the pitcher. Gonzalez batting fifth. Dylan Slaughterback at second base batting sixth. Andy Ripple out in left field batting seventh. Austin Reed in center field batting eighth. And Gavin Slaughterback over at first base batting ninth. So Kent, David Ripple, Johnson, Calder, Langdon, Dylan Slaughterback, Daniel Ripple, Reed, and Gavin Schlotterbach. The batting order for Mike Rogers, Lake Travis Cavaliers. Defensive set for the Vipers, Gavin Shaddix, Tyler Hubbard, Jackson Lures, the outfield left to right. It is Hudson Lilly, Simon Baker, Clayton Moore, Landon Thomason, the infield third to first. Braden Buchanan behind the plate, and Connor Freeman making his 10th appearance of the season. A record of 5-1, 26 innings pitched, giving up 36 hits, 22 runs, 19 of those earned. 39 strikeouts, 22 walks, and an ERA of 3.69. And as always, all stats incredibly unofficial. So here we go to the bottom half of the first inning. Very important for these Vipers to keep Lake Travis held at bay.
Leading off for the Cavaliers, shortstop number 6, Caden Kent.
So here's Kent to face off against the lefty Connor Freeman. And the first pitch. Down low, ball one. That pitch looked good to me. The umpire says no, and the count 2-0. We are off at an angle a little bit up to the third base side. 2-0 pitch. Lifted in the air to left field, and fighting the sun. It's actually going to be the center fielder, Tyler Hubbard, who draws it in. We're out number 1. So nice comeback there for Freeman. One away for David Ripple, the third baseman.
Number 12, David Ripple.
Ripple 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored in last night's game. Good pitch across the outside corner for strike one to David Ripple. Curveball bends. Oh, I don't know what was wrong with that one. That was a pretty pitch. The umpire disagrees, and the count 1-1. Freeman comes back. Same pitch. That one was a little bit off the plate. I think the umpire with the makeup call there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pitch number 2 looked better. We'll take him any way we can get him. 1-2 the count here to Ripple. Foul back to the screen. A lot of room behind home plate here at Cavaliers Field. Not much room down the foul lines. The count remains 1-2, but a lot of room behind home plate. Limestone wall, so the ball will bounce back off of it. That ball slapped down to the right side and out in the right field for a base hit past the diving Clayton Moore. So Ripple with a 1-out single to the right. That'll bring up the catcher, Cole Johnson. The lineup cards show Johnson as the catcher, but he is, or as the first baseman. He's actually the catcher in this ball game, it looks like. And the pitch down low, ball 1. So Johnson, the first baseman, stepping in, 1 ball, no strikes. David Ripple aboard at first base. Ground ball left side, and Lilly knocks it down. The long throw to first, in time. Nice play, Hudson Lilly. That ball was a rocket. Took a funny hop, he let it hit his chest, dropped right in front of him. He gathered himself and made a good throw over to Landon Thomason. So the 5-3 putout retires Johnson for out number 2 on the play. Ripple moves up to second base. And with 2 outs and runner second, that'll bring up last night's winning pitcher, Ethan Calder. 1 for 4 with a run, 2 RBI last night's game for Calder, playing right field tonight. Lifts that one fouled on the third base side and out of play. Strike 1. Oh, 1 pitch from Freeman, working from the stretch. Pivot and looks to runner back to second, but nothing on. Nobody covering the bag. Ripple at second. He singled with one out, moved up on Johnson's ground out. So he's there with 2 outs. Wow, this umpire's got a tight strike zone. 1 ball, 1 strike to Calder. One pitch. Curveball bends in there for a strike. Beautiful pitch. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Calder. The 1-2 pitch. Freeman looks the runner back. The pitch and sails. Nice job there by Buchanan. Sailed high over the head of Calder, but Buchanan climbing the ladder and keeping it from going back to the backstop. And the count now 2-2 to the Cavalier right fielder. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 away. The pitch. Swung on, foul tip. Just got a piece of it to hang alive. Two balls, 2 strikes to Calder. Freeman staring in under the white cap with the gray bill, and pivot throws back to the shortstop Baker covering, but Ripple able to get back in under the tag. Freeman has the sign he wants. The 2-2 pitch. Popped up, out of play to the left side again. The battle will continue. This will be pitch number 7 coming up here to Ethan Calder. Two-two pitch again with 2 away. Popped up left side, out of play again, and it lands just behind the Viper fans to my left on the sidewalk. And the battle will continue. They did this a lot last night, fouling off a lot of pitches. The pitch. That ball slapped down out of play to the left side again. This one a little deeper, but it stays foul. The count remains 2-2, and this will be pitch number 9 coming up. So Connor Freeman and Ethan Calder duking it out here. Umpire getting a few more baseballs tossed into play. 2 balls, 2 strikes. This is not a recording. The pitch just missed down low, and the count goes full. Will Langdon on deck. Vipers hope to see him in the 2nd inning. If Freeman can get past Calder here. The 3-2 pitch. Hit in the air to the right side, popped up. Who's going to call it? And it's going to be Clayton Moore. He had a better angle. He saw it all the way. He hauled it in up against the foul line on the right field line. Would have been an over-the-shoulder catch for Landon Thomason. Clayton Moore took charge and then made a nice play. And the Vipers are out of the 1st inning. In the inning, no runs, 1 hit, no errors. 1 runner left on base for Lake Travis. We have played through 1 here from Lake Travis. We'll go to the 2nd inning. Still no score. You're listening to Vanderbilt Vipers Baseball on Vype Live.
So, how are the kids?
Well, Emily made the honor roll.
Oh, good for her.
Yeah, we're really proud of her. Tyler, on the other hand, though.
What's going on?
He's been moody lately, just feeling down and not like himself.
Oh, we've been there. Nick was struggling last spring. He was so anxious and stressed.
Really? What helped?
Well, he joined the soccer team, and ever since, he's been a lot happier. He has more energy, he's less stressed, and he's definitely in a better mood at home. It's made a huge difference.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm glad he's getting out of the house, he's getting some exercise, and he's off his phone for once. It's been good for his mental health.
Sounds like it's been good for your mental health, too.
Participating in Texas high school sports improves students' physical and mental health. Encourage your son or daughter to get involved. This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Field, Merle Bertrand here. Shane Shawinski keeping an ear on the broadcast, making sure that we're all dialed in and sounding as good as we possibly can. As we go to the top half of inning number 2 in a scoreless ball game. It'll be 6, 7, and 8 hitters due up here for Vandergrift. Simon Baker, the shortstop, stepping in from the right side to lead it off. Baker 1 for 3 with an RBI in last night's game, going to work against O.J. Gonzalez, who pitched 17 pitches in that first inning. So some good quality at bats for the Vipers. Baker swing and a miss, strike 1. It'll be Baker, Thomason, Hubbard, and hopefully a few more. A 1 pitch. Fouled out of play to the right side. The count 0-2. Top of the second inning in Round Rock, Bowie and Cedar Ridge are scoreless. Top of the second inning out in Dripping Springs, Cedar Park 3, Dripping Springs none. Cedar Park winning game number 1 last night. Oh, 2 to Simon Baker. Sky high pop-up on the infield. Drifting back as a shortstop, Kent, and he will fight the wind in the sun and make the catch shortly behind third base for out number 1. So one away for Landon Thomason.
Landon Thomason.
Thomason a tough night at the plate last night, hoping to get on track here tonight with 1 out and the bases empty. Slight delay in the action. I'm not sure exactly why. Home plate umpire looking down the first base side. I think there's a batting helmet. Yeah, it looks like a batting helmet out in the field of play just off the end of the Cavalier dugout. When you've got a 4-man umpiring crew like you've got in the playoffs, you can see little stuff like that. All right, everything back in order. And Landon Thompson will dig in. My wife would be very pleased with the house cleaning skills displayed by the home plate umpire. Thompson shows bunt and pushes it foul up the first base side. Strike 1, nice idea. Cavaliers defense is playing back at the corners. That's something the Vipers did a lot early in the season, have kind of gotten away from as of late. That's a small ball. Oh, 1 pitch. Swinging away this time, and he swings through it for strike 2. So no balls and 2 strikes to Thompson. The pitch from Gonzalez. High and away, ball 1. The 1-2 pitch. Down low, ball 2. Good eye there, and he's worked the count to 2-2. Tyler Hubbard on deck. Hudson Lilly in the hole for Vandergrift. Two-two pitch. Fouled out of play to the right side. And a good at bat here for Thomason. Making Gonzalez throw some pitches. They had to use 3 pitchers last night. Two balls, 2 strikes. High and away, ball 3, and Landon Thomason has worked the count full. So a big pitch here early in this ball game. If Thompson can get aboard, the 3-2 wind and delivery. Missed outside, ball 4, and Thompson fell behind in the count 0-2. Good patience, fouled off pitches, and he worked him for a walk. Good at bat for Landon Thompson. That'll bring up Tyler Hubbard.
Center fielder, number 6, Tyler Hubbard.
Hubbard came on last night in the late innings to take over in center field, but 1 for 2 with a run scored. So 1 out, 1 aboard. Here's Hubbard. He shows bunt and pulls it back. Pitch misses outside. Ball 1. One ball, no strikes. Shows bunt again and gets it down the first base side, but it's going to roll foul. Scooped up down there by Cole Johnson to make sure it doesn't bounce back into the field of play. And the count 1 ball, 1 strike to Hubbard. One and 1 the count to the Viper center fielder, with Thomason standing on first base and 1 away. Toss over to first, runner dives back. Gonzalez looking in. The pitch. Fouled out of play to the right, had a good cut. The count 1 and 2 to Hubbard. Umpire gets some more baseballs from the Cavalier dugout. Now we're all squared away. And the count is 1 and 2 to Hubbard. Oh, they got Thomason picked off, and the throw to the shortstop covering, and that'll do it. I think Thomason was going to be off either on a steal attempt or a hit and run, and he just jumped a little bit early, and Lake Travis alertly picked him off. Going to go 1-3-6 for out number 2, and now 2 outs, bases empty for Hubbard. The count remains 1 and 2. The 1-2 pitch to Hubbard. And a little number to the right side. That's got a chance. Gonzalez picks it up and tags the runner on the way by. Nice idea there, because Hubbard was going to beat the throw. But Gonzalez fielded it and just tagged Hubbard on the way by. It's a 1 unassisted. You don't see that very often. So in the inning for the Vipers, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base after the pickoff. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. Still no score here from Cavalier Field. Tell you what, when the wind dies down, it gets awful warm. So for Lake Travis here in the bottom of the second inning, going to be 5, 6, and 7 hitters. Will Langdon, Dylan Slauterbach, and Daniel Ripple do up in a 0-0 ball game. We'll fire up the email just in case anybody out there wants to give us a shout out. Give a shout out to your favorite player on either side. It is voiceofthevipers@gmail.com. Voice of the Vipers, all one word plural, @gmail.com. Let us know where you tune into the broadcast from.
Leading off for the Cavaliers, designated hitter number 17, Will Langdon.
So here's Will Langdon, the DH, to lead it off. He had a good night last night, 2 for 4 with a couple of RBIs. It was the bottom half of the order that did the bulk of the damage last night. And the first pitch from Connor Freeman, and that slider paints the inside corner, strike 1 to Langdon. 19 pitches in the first inning unofficially for Freeman. A 1 pitch. Just a little inside and low that time. The count was up, 1 ball, 1 strike. Nice curveball, about 50 miles an hour across the outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Langdon from the right side. The pitch from Freeman. Chopper left side coming on to Simon Baker on the short hop, unable to grab it. And Langdon will be aboard. More than likely going to be ruled an E6. Tough break for Baker. He had to charge it and get it on the short top. And that'll bring up Dylan Slaughterbox, second baseman. 2 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. Runner at first base, nobody out. Pitch down low, ball 1. Good job by Buchanan. Keeping that one in front of him. 1 ball, no strikes. Toss to first. One-0 pitch coming. Curveball stays inside, 2-0. Our scorekeeper ruled that a hit. Lake Travis has ruled that an error. I'm going to go with ours because I like Mr. Buchanan. So we'll go with an infield single to Langdon. 2 balls, no strikes here to Slaughterbox. Good pitch across the outside corner. The slider in there for a strike, 2-1. Langdon at first with nobody out. 2 balls and a strike here to Dylan Slaughterbox. Oh! Thought it was going to be a strike. Umpire says no, and the count 3-1. Maybe a little up and in, but not by much. Three balls and a strike. Toss to first, runner back. Three-one pitch. Hitting the air to the right side. Pretty well tagged, but it's going to hold up. And making the play out in right field is Jackson Lewis for a loud first out of the inning. 1 out. Langdon retreats to first base. 1 away for Daniel Ripple. Lewis had it played perfectly. He just took a step or 2 to his right to haul that one in. Ripple was a pain in the butt last night. 3 for 3 with a run scored. He steps in here with 1 out and a runner at first base. Top of the third inning out in Dripping Springs. Cedar Park still leading the Tigers 3-0. Curveball just a little low, says the umpire. Ball 1. He's got a tight strike zone. One-0 pitch. Missed outside. Snap throw down from Buchanan. One hopped and a good job there by Thomason to keep that ball in play. Throw a little low. Thomason dug it out of the dirt. No harm done. 2 balls and no strikes to Ripple. Toss to first again. So Langdon has Connor Freeman's attention. Two-0 pitch. Fouled back on the off speed. Back to the screen, and the count goes to 2-1. Two-one pitch. Down low, ball 3. 3 balls and a strike to Ripple. 95 degrees currently in Lakeway, Texas. Under sunny, hazy skies. Toss to first, runner back. Three-one pitch. Line shot, gobbled up by second. They go to short for 1. Baker over to first. In time! A 4-6-3 double play to get the Vipers out of the inning. Clayton Moore to Simon Baker to Landon Thomason. Yes, sir. We have played through 2. We'll go to the 3rd. Still no score in Lake Travis. You're listening to Banneker Vipers Baseball on the Vype Live Network.
What is Vype Live? Vype Live is one of the largest and most respected broadcast and live stream networks in the state of Texas. Vype Live broadcasts any sport you can think of for youngsters of any age, from Pee Wee and Pop Warner to high school, club, college, semi-pro, and beyond. We also broadcast plenty of academic, fine arts, and community-related events as well, and now as partners with Flow Sports. Email us at info@vypemedia.com to find out more. Vype Live. We bring your teams to you.
Get the Vipers out of the inning. And we'll go to the top half of the 3rd inning. Updating my book here. I had to pause during the commercial to hold everything down. A big gust of wind came up. All right, got everything caught up here. As we go to the top half of the 3rd inning, it'll be 9-1 and 2 hitters due up here for Vandergrift. Hudson Lilly, then back to the top of the order, and Jackson Lures will go with Clayton Moore to follow. Thanks again to Shane Slowinski hanging with us. He's been working since about 9 o'clock this morning. I mentioned last night we're broadcasting the Texas Girls High School State Lacrosse Tournament this weekend. 4 games from St. Michael's today, semifinals and Division I and Division II, and then the championship games, state championship games tomorrow. So Shane's been with us since about 9 o'clock this morning, getting those up and running. Potentially 22 broadcasts on the network today if everybody goes to all their Game 3s. We certainly hope to Game 3. Got to win Game 2 first as Hudson Lilly will step in. Number 9 hitter, 3rd baseman for Vandergrift. 0 for 2 in last night's game, looking to get the Vipers started here in the 3rd. First pitch from O.J. Gonzalez. Fastball in for a strike, strike 1. No runs, 1 hit, no errors for Vandergrift. No runs, 2 hits, no errors for Lake Travis through the first 2 innings of work. And that pitch down low, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Lilly. He is a good bunter. I'm surprised Lake Travis isn't playing in a little bit at the corners, but they're not. Now the 3rd baseman coming in just a little bit. Swing and a miss, though. Strike 2. One ball, 2 strikes to the Viper 3rd baseman, leading off the 3rd inning. Pitch misses inside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Lilly calls time and gets it. He'll step out of the box on the right side. Ripple, Reed Calder, the outfield left to right. The 2-2 pitch. Inside corner call, strike 3, and he knew it. Good pitch from O.J. Gonzalez. 3rd strikeout of the ball game recorded by him. With 1 out, back to the top of the order, and Jackson Lures will go.
Now batting, right fielder Jackson Lures.
Lures 0 for 1, struck out in the first to lead things off. Getting his 2nd look here at Gonzalez. Shows bunt and gets it down to the right side. It's a pretty good bunt. He's got a chance. Gonzalez gets to it just in time. And the underhand toss over to Cole Johnson to beat the speedy Lures. Nice idea, but good execution there by Lake Travis. 1-3 on the bunt attempt for out number 2. And that'll bring up Clayton Moore with 2 outs and the bases empty. Moore walkless stranded at 2nd base in the first. He shows bunt and fouls it back to the screen, strike 1. No balls and a strike to Clayton Moore. Foul tip back, and the count now 0-2 to the Vipers second baseman, who started that 4-6-3 double play a few moments ago. Batting average is pretty low at the start of the season. It's climbed up into the 260s as the season has worn on. So the bat coming alive to go with the good defense. Behind the count here, no balls and 2 strikes. Gonzalez working from the line, the right-hander. Misses high and inside, 1 ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch. Ground ball left side and gobbled up by third baseman Ripple, and the throw is going to go into the dugout. The throw coming into second base. Oh, they're going to try to go to third. He might have gone a little bit too far, and they're going to get him. Now, Coach Hicklen is saying that he should be awarded third base. We'll talk it over with the umpires. It was a ground ball to third baseman Ripple. Ripple's throw sailed up against the fence. Now, Coach Hicklen's going to say he should have been awarded second base on the overthrow. They're talking about it here. What happened was Moore rounded second and headed for third, and they kept playing. They threw him out at third. Third base was momentarily open. That's what Moore saw. And the call's going to stand. So a crazy finish to the inning. I believe it's going to be ruled an E5. And then probably a 3-4-5 put-out for the third out of the inning. We'll keep it here and let them clean that all up, but the call's going to stand, and we're going to go to the bottom half of the third inning. We've seen that kind of scenario a couple of times this year on overthrows where it should have been maybe a dead ball and awarded the extra base. My guess is, and it's a pure guess, there is fencing that angles beyond the dugout on both sides at about a 45-degree angle towards the outfield fence. That's what the ball went up against. It did not go into the dugout. So my guess is the umpires are going to say that that's not a dead ball. That's part of the field. And that's why the base wasn't automatically awarded. I don't know that for sure. So in any event, it's going to go as no runs, no hits, 1 error, nobody left on base, as Moore is going to be thrown out at third base. And we'll go to the bottom half of the third inning, still scoreless. Hope that made sense to everybody. Kind of a weird play. And for Lake Travis here in the bottom of the third inning, it'll be 8, 9, and 1 hitters. Austin Reed, Gavin Schlotterbach, and Caden Kitten up. So here we go to Austin Reed, 0 for 1 with a run scored. 2 walks and an RBI last night. He shows bunt, pulls it back on the off speed, which misses high and away, ball 1. He shows bunt, gets it down. Freeman picks it up, gathers himself, and tosses it first. Well done. 1-3 put out for out number 1. Nice job there by Freeman. Realized that he had plenty of time, gathered himself.
Catcher, number 23.
Made a good throw. It's all too easy to rush that. 1 out, base is empty for Gavin Schlotterbach. 1 for 3 with a run and an RBI last night. Pitch up high, ball 1. Unofficially 33 pitches to the first 2 innings for Connor Freeman. 1-0 pitch. Missed up high, 2 balls, no strikes. Two-0 pitch, inside low, and the count now 3-0 for the first time today that Freeman's gone 3-0 in the battle. Let's see if he can battle back and get the put out here. The 3-0 pitch, high and away, ball 4. And that's the first walk of the game surrendered by Freeman.
Caden Kent.
And back to the top of the order we'll go to Caden Kent. 0 for 1 of the game, flew out to center field back in the first inning. Braden Buchanan going to go out and talk to his pitcher, settle him down. Ooh, pretty good gust of wind blowing some umbrellas around here. So I love the ballpark here at Lake Travis. I mentioned it before, one of my favorite places to come. They've added improvements over the years. They built in a sort of a clamshell awning on the home side grandstand, on the first base side. Nothing covering the fans here on the third base side. That's what you call the home field advantage. 1 out, 1 aboard here for Kent, and the pitch down low. It gets away from Buchanan. He blocked it off his chest plate, but it rolled just far enough away to allow Schlotterbeck to move down to second base. 1 ball, no strikes here to Kent. Runner at second now. One 0 pitch. Fouled out of play overhead, and the count was up. 1 ball, 1 strike. Gavin Schlotterbeck standing at second base with 1 away here in the Cavalier third. Hit in the air to left field, pretty well tagged. The outfield converging, and it'll be Gavin Shaddix making the play. He had a plate all the way. And with 2 away, Schlotterbeck will retreat to second base, and that'll bring up David Ripple.
David Ripple.
So 2 outs, runner at second, Ripple, 1 for 1. He singled in the first inning. Pitch up high from Freeman, ball 1.
We got 2 outs, here we go, VIPERS!
1-0 pitch from the lefty Connor Freeman, working from the stretch. Pitch on its way. Down low, ball 2, and a good job there by Buchanan. Actually smothered that one between his ankles to keep it from going back to the backstop. And the count now 2-0 to the Cavalier third baseman. Two balls, no strikes. High, ball 3. Snap throw down, and nice job there by Simon Baker. Good throw by Buchanan. Schlotterbeck able to get back, and the count now 3-0 here to Ripple. Three balls, no strikes. Misses outside, ball 4, and that's the second walk of the inning given up. Runners at first and second. That'll bring up Cole Johnson.
Cole Johnson.
Yeah, that's what I thought. We're going to see a visit here from Coach Hickle. Former pitching coach, I believe, seeing something he doesn't like here. So it'll be Gavin Schlotterbeck at second base, David Ripple at first base with 2 outs. And Cole Johnson will step in 0 for 1 of the game. He grounded out to third back in the first inning. All right, so we'll see how Freeman responds to the visit. 2 outs, runners at first and second here in the bottom of the third. Freeman working from the stretch, the pitch. Hit in the air to left center field, and it is Tyler Hubbard going back, and that ball is gone. Looked like a fly ball when it left the bat, but it just kept carrying, the wind blowing out a little bit to left field. And Cole Johnson rockets a 3-run home run to left center field, and Lake Travis leads it 3-0. And with that, we're going to have a pitching change. So Connor Freeman, 2 2/3 innings. Did not pitch that badly. Just ran into a spot of control problems here in the third inning, put a couple runners on board, and then Cole Johnson made him pay for it with a 3-run blast and a 3-0 Lake Travis. We'll see who's going to come in to take over here for the Vipers. I'm guessing it's going to be MD Connor. That is indeed the case. So it'll be MD Connor coming in, making his 12th appearance of the season, a record of 0-1, 27 innings pitched, giving up 24 hits, 16 runs, 10 of those earned. He struck out 34, walked 9, and has an ERA of 2.59. Also has a save on the season. So it's his job to keep Lake Travis right here and give the Viper Bats a chance to come back in the ballgame like they tried to do last night. You'd love to have him for use in a game number 3, but you got to get to game number 3 first.
Now pitching for Vandergrift. Number 23, MD Connor.
If it comes right down to it, Connor Freeman only pitched 47 pitches in this ball game. So if the Vipers are able to come back and force a game number 3, he would be available. Daniel Farrow's got probably 20 to 30 pitches available, in addition to the other arms on the Viper bench. But you got to get there first, and right now you're down 3 runs, and still Lake Travis batting here in the bottom half of the third inning. 2 outs, base is empty now for Ethan Calder. 3-0 Cavaliers have jumped out on top.
Number 5, Ethan Calder.
Calder popped out to second back in the first inning. 0 for 1 in the game. So MD Connor, the lefty, will take over. His first pitch of the ball game is down low, ball 1. High inside, ball 2. Two-0 pitch. Curveball. Bins in at the letters for a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike to Calder. Poked in the air to center field. Tyler Hubbard going back and has a beat on it and hauls it in up against the center field wall. So in the inning for Lake Travis, they get 3 runs, and they get them on just 1 hit, the 3-run homer following a couple of walks from Cole Johnson. No errors, nobody left on base. Will you play through 3? We will go to the 4th inning. New score, Lake Travis on top, 3-0. We'll take a break and be right back. You're listening to Vandergrift Vipers Baseball on Vype Live.
Become a Vype insider today. Access breaking news in high school sports. Enjoy premium articles and exclusive coverage written by expert analysts, and watch exclusive videos, documentaries on programs in your area. It's only $2.99 a month if you subscribe for the monthly plan. If you go for the yearly plan, it rounds out to just $1.99 a month. It costs you only $24 a year to get all of your Vype news throughout the entire year. Subscribe today. What are you waiting for? It's less than a cup of coffee a month. Become a Vype insider. $2.99 a month, $23.99 for the whole year. Hey, it's Vype. We will see you at the games.
Welcome back to Cavalier Field on the campus of Lake Travis High School. Merle Bertrand here, Shane Shawinski back in the comfy, cozy, I'm sure air-conditioned Vype Live studios, better known as his living room sofa. Keeping it here in the broadcast, the Vipers trail it now 3-0. Don't need to get them all back at once. Let's just get one or two, and it'll be 3, 4, and 5 hitters to try to do just that. Braden Buchanan, Connor Freeman, or a batter for him, and Gavin Shattuck's due up here in the Viper fourth. Buchanan 1 for 1. He singled in the first inning. And the first pitch to Buchanan, down low, ball 1. 35 pitches unofficially for O.J. Gonzalez through the first 3 innings of work. That pitch in there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch. Swung on, foul tip. The count 1-2 to Buchanan. And now time is called. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And Buchanan is out on strikes for out number 1, and that will bring up M.D. Connor. Connor taking over for Connor Freeman. He'll take his spot in the batting order. So his first at bat of the afternoon here with 1 out and the bases empty. Digging in from the left side. That ball slapped to the right side and right into the glove of the first baseman, Cole Johnson. He'll take it and step on the bag for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down for Gavin Shaddix.
Left fielder, number 10, Gavin Shaddix.
Shaddix 0 for 1, flew out to left field. The pitch, high and away, ball 1. One ball, no strikes to Shaddix. And that pitch at the knees for a strike, 1-1, says the umpire. It hasn't been a strike all day. All of a sudden it is. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs here in the Viper fourth. And that pitch low, 1 hops up at the plate, 2 balls and a strike to Shaddix. Two 1 pitch. Swung on, foul tip. And the count evens up 2-2. Bottom of the 3rd inning at Cedar Ridge. Cedar Ridge 4, Bowie nothing. Raiders going for the sweep, trying to close out the Bulldogs. 2-2 pitch. That ball one hops up to the plate, and the count goes full here to Shaddix. Cedar Park still leading Dripping Springs 3-0. That one's in the fourth inning now out in the Hill Country. Three-two pitch. That one tapped foul. When we were last out in Dripping Springs back in late February or early March, whenever that was, it was about 38 degrees and drizzling. As Monty Python used to say, and now for something completely different. 95 degrees here in Lakeway, Texas. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Shaddix. Poked down the right field line, and that ball is drifting out of play. And Shaddix, a good battle here. This will be pitch number 8 coming up. The pitch from Gonzalez. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Swung on, foul tip. Good battle. We'll do it again. Good at bat here for Gavin Shaddix, and nothing else driving up the pitch count on O.J. Gonzalez. The pitch. Ground ball up the middle. Will it get through? Gabbled up by Kent right behind second. The sidearm throw to first in time. Nice play by Caden Kent. The 6-3 put up means the Vipers are done in order 1, 2, 3 here in the fourth inning, and we played halfway through this one. Still 3-0 Lake Travis. So we go to the fourth inning, bottom of the fourth inning here. And we'll remind everybody, don't miss the UIL Baseball State Championship starting Wednesday, June 8th at UFCU Dishfall Field in Austin, Texas, and the Dell Diamond in Round Rock, Texas. Ticket information and more can be found at uiltexas.org. And, of course, we want to thank all of our sponsors here on Vype Live. Our Grand Slam sponsor, Shannon Kramer with Kramer Property Group. Our home run sponsor, Silverton Custom Homes with Mr. Jason Grimm, along with Jones and Spross. Our double play sponsors, Sport Clips Haircuts, Craig Smizer with 1835 Realty, Ranch Road Vision Source, and the DeQuebas Company. And our single play sponsors, Pediatric Dentistry of Steiner Ranch, Kurt Reynolds Player Development, Steiner Dental, Pinnacle Sports Performance and Rehabilitation, Candalia Haley Dance Hall, Tomlin Family Orthodontics, Steiner Wellness and Nutrition, and Southstar Bank, along with our Vype Network sponsor, that would be Academy Sports and Outdoors. So we go to the bottom of the fourth inning, and Lake Travis will send up their 5, 6, and 7 hitters. Will Langdon, Dylan Slaughterback, and Daniel Ripple to go to work against MD Connor.
Designated hitter, number 17, Will Langdon.
So here we go. Langdon will step in, an infield single in the second. Getting his first look at MD Connor, who came in and shut the door in the third inning. Now on for his first full inning of work, and the first pitch swinging and listed down the right field line, slicing foul. Looked like trouble when it left the bat, but it kept tailing away like a lot of golf shots here in the neighborhood. And it is strike one. And now ball one as that pitch one hops up to the plate. Liberty Hill and Johnson underway from Liberty Hill. 1-1 pitch. That ball hitting the air to the right side, and it's going to be right into the glove of the right fielder, Jackson Lewis. A line drive. He trotted in, hauls it in belt high for out number 1.
Second baseman, number 7, Dylan Schlotterback.
So 1 out, base is empty for Dylan Schlotterback, who's 0 for 1. He flew out to right field in the second inning. Liberty Hill tacked on the extra point and won that game down in Johnson last night on a wild one, 14-13. So they lead 1-0, trying to close it out up at Panther Field this afternoon. Pitch low and away, ball 1 to Slaughterback. One-0 pitch. Down low, 2-1, 2-0. Two balls, no strikes. M.D. Connor to the lefty, working from the wind. The pitch. Slap left side, but sliced foul. And the count goes 2-1 to Slaughterbuck. Two-one pitch. At the knees, good pitch, strike two. Nasty slider there, 2-2 the count. Two balls, two strikes. The pitch from Connor. Down low and the count goes full. Over through that one. Three balls and two strikes with one out here in the fourth inning. The pitch from M.D. Connor. Turns on that one and rips it foul down the left field line. Made a lot of noise, but no damage done. The count remains full to Slaughterbuck. The pitch again from Connor. Up high, ball four. He lost him. And it's a one-out walk, and that'll bring up Daniel Ripple. Ripple 0 for 1, grounded into the 4-6-3 double play back in the second inning.
Left fielder number 28, Daniel Ripple.
Wouldn't mind seeing an instant replay of that right here. Top of the fifth inning out in Dripping Springs, still 3-0 Cedar Park on top of Dripping Springs. An old school KMAC Cup game, one game, two broadcasts, as we broadcast for both Cedar Park and Dripping Springs. Pitch down low, ball one. Kind of like that movie Beyond Thunderdome. Two will enter, one will leave. One-0 pitch from Connor. Just missed inside, low, 2-0. Not missing by much. Two 2-0 the count. Slaughterback at first base with one away. Ground ball left side. Lilly's got it. He will go to second for one. The throw to first. In time. Another double play. This time 5-4-3. It goes Lilly to Moore to Thomason. And the Vipers are out of the inning. Now they got to get the bats going here. So in the inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We play through four. We'll go to the fifth inning. Got to get some runs. 9 outs remaining to get 3 runs. For the Vipers in the fifth, it'll be the bottom of the order. 6, 7, and 8 hitters still up here. Simon Baker, Landon Thomason, and Tyler Hubbard. Vandergrift due for a big inning here. Email still open. Voice of the Vipers, all one word plural. voiceofthevipers@gmail.com. Give a shout out to your favorite player on either side. Lake Travis fans, welcome aboard as well. Defense remains Ripple, Reed, and Calder. The outfield left to right for Lake Travis. David Ripple, Caden Kent, Dylan Slaughterbuck, and Cole Johnson, the infield third to first. Gavin Slaughterbuck behind the plate, and O.J. Gonzalez on for his fifth inning of work, unofficially 49 pitches to the first 4.
Leading off for Vandergrift, shortstop, number 3, Simon Baker.
Allowed just one Viper hit thus far in the ballgame. That belongs to Braden Buchanan, came in the first inning. Simon Baker will step in 0 for 1. He popped out to the shortstop back in the second. Swings on the first pitch, just a fly ball to left field. And that could be trouble. Everybody converging, and it's going to be Caden Kent, the shortstop, hauling it in out in left field. Looked like a routine fly ball, but the wind was playing tricks with it, and Kent had to go back and haul it in for out number 1.
Landon Thomason.
So 1 out on 1 pitch, and that'll bring up Landon Thomason. Thomason involved in that weird play back in the second inning. Oh, no, he wasn't. He walked back in the second inning. Pardon me, that was somebody else. So Thomason, a walk in the ball game, steps in here with nobody out, or with 1 out, nobody aboard, and takes the first pitch up high, ball 1. One 0 pitch. Down low, 2-0. 2 balls and no strikes to the Viper first baseman. Look at that pitch down low, and the count goes to 3-0. So Thompson will have the bat duct taped to his shoulder here for the next pitch or two, more than likely, as the Vipers need some base runners. Going to make Gonzalez throw some strikes here. 3-0 pitch. Taken all the way, and it's inside corner, strike 1. That's a 3-0 strike right there. 3-1 the count now to Landon Thomason. Swung on, foul tip. And now the count is full. Thompson with a good cut. Tyler Hubbard on deck. Gone to the 6th inning out in Dripping Springs. Still 3-0 Cedar Park. Timberwolves going for the sweep. 3 balls, 2 strikes here to Thomason. High ball 4. Good eye there by Thomason, and he's aboard with 1 away. 3rd walk surrendered by Gonzalez, and that'll bring up Tyler Hubbard.
Now batting, center fielder, number 6, Tyler Hubbard.
Hubbard out 1 unassisted in the second inning. He tried to bunt, and Gonzalez got to it and tagged him on the way by. We'll see what he does here with 1 out and a runner at first base. That ball slapped left side. 3rd base over to second for 1, and the throw to first in time. And it's a 5-4-3 double play. Lake Travis turns a double play for the first time this afternoon. And just like that, the Vipers' threat is snuffed out here in the 5th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We'll go to the bottom half of the 5th inning. Got to hold them here down 3-0. Hard hit ball from Hubbard, but David Ripple right there over to slaughter back to Cole Johnson to complete the out. So for Lake Travis in the bottom of the 5th inning, it'll be their 8-9-1 hitters due up here. Austin Reed, Gavin Schlauter back, and then back to the top of the order, and Caden Kent will go. As MD Connor on for his 2nd full inning of work. Retired 4 straight batter. Well, 4 straight batters unconventionally. He gave up a walk in there, but helped out by the double play. Out in the Houston area, Fort Bend Ridge Point bouncing back to defeat Seven Lakes 6-2. They'll have a game 3 coming up in about 30 minutes.
Leading off for the Cavaliers, center fielder, number 3, Austin Reed.
Here's Austin Reed to lead it off. He is 0 for 1. He grounded out to the pitcher Freeman at the time. And he takes the first pitch from Indy Connor in there for strike one. Oh, 1 pitch. And that one went about 50 feet before hitting the grass. 1 ball, 1 strike. So 1 ball, 1 strike here to Reed, the center fielder for the Cavaliers, leading it off. And he swings in this one, lifts it in the air to center field. Tyler Hubbard has a beat on it and hauls it in for out number 1. So 1 out, bases empty for Gavin Schlotterbach, our catcher this afternoon.
Gavin Schlotterbach.
Schlotterbach walked and scored on the home run back in the 3rd inning. And swing and a miss, pulled the string on that one. Nice pitch from M.D. Connor. Schlotterbach way out in front of it. Strike 1. Oh, 1 pitch. Nice curveball in there for a strike. 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Fouled out a play to the right. The count remains 0-2. Pitch up high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One-two pitch coming from the lefty, M.D. Connor. 1 hops up to the plate again, and the count evens up 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes to Gavin Schlotterbach. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Buchanan hangs on to it on the foul tip for out number 2.
Number 6, Clayton Kent.
So 2 outs, bases empty, back to the top of the order, and Clayton Kent we go. Kent's flown out to center, flown out to left. Let's get him to fly out to right field. Jackson Lures is shifting into the right center field gap. And the first pitch in the call, strike 1 from M.D. Connor at the knees. So the shift is on. The outfield is shifted way over to the left. Down a little low, 1 ball, 1 strike to Kent. One pitch. Outside corner on the curveball for a strike. 1 and 2 to Kent. One ball, 2 strikes. The pitch. Chopper right side, but foul. And the count remains 1-2 to the Cavaliers shortstop. Gavin Shaddix, Tyler Hubbard, Jackson Lures, the outfield left to right. Hudson Lilly, Simon Baker, Clayton Moore, Landon Thomason, 3rd to 1st. Brain Buchanan behind the plate. And M.D. Connor trying to retire Caden Kent here in the 5th inning. Ground ball right side, gobbled up by Clayton Moore. He's got it. The toss to first. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for M.D. Connor and the Vipers here in the 5th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. That's the good news. The bad news is we've got 6 outs remaining to get 3 runs. We'll go to the 6th inning, see if the Vipers can get some offense going. You're listening to Banneker Vipers Baseball on the Vype Live Network.
Interested in Vype Campus? Vype Campus brings our popular citywide media days right to your doorstep. As a Vype Campus client, we will work with you to help you take advantage of our unique campus model to build a unique experience for your school. From media day photo shoots of all your athletes to game day coverage, broadcasts and live streams, video and digital content, hype videos, the Vype U program, same-day graphics, and of course your very own campus magazine, Vype Campus is truly whatever you want it to be. Email info@vipemedia.com to find out how to join Vype Campus today.
All right, welcome back to Cavalier Field. It'll be 9-1 and 2 hitters. Hopefully 9-1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Vipers need some base runners, need some runs, trailing a 3-0 here in the top half of the 6th inning. Lake Travis winning game number 1 last night 9-5, so Vandergrift has to win this game number 2 to force a game number 3. As Hudson Lilly will step in to lead it off. 0 for 1, struck out in the 3rd inning.
Leading off for Vandergrift. Number 15, third baseman Hudson Lilly.
So here's Lilly stepping in from the right side. Lays off the first pitch. Down low, ball 1. Bowie fighting back. Get a couple of runs. Cedar Ridge now leading that game 4-2 as they go to the bottom of the 4th inning up in Round Rock. Pitch in there for a strike to Lilly. 1 ball, 1 strike. Cedar Ridge trying to close out Bowie after winning last night's game 1, 6-1. Westwood winning, and Vista Ridge winning last night as well. Check the swing. Did he go? They're going to peel down to first. No, he did not, says the first base umpire. And the count 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike to Lilly. Opposite field is trouble if it's fair, but it's just sliced foul by about 4 feet down the first base line. So Lilly trying to go opposite field, but sliced a little bit too far fouled on the first base side. And the count now 2-2 to the Viper third baseman. Two balls, 2 strikes. Up high and inside, little chin music there, and the count goes full to Lilly. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Hit hard to center field. Coming on as a center fielder, though, and he hasn't played well. Got a good jump on it. And hauling it in and out there was Austin Reed. Lilly got all of it. But Reed had it played well. He hauls it in for out number 1. So with 1 out, back to the top of the order, and Jackson Lures we go. Lures 0 for 2, struck out in the first. And thrown out 1-3, trying to bunt in the 3rd inning. Speed paints the outside corner for strike 1. Oh, 1 pitch. Misses outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. One pitch. Misses outside, 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike to Jackson Lures. 1 out here in the Viper 6th inning. The 2-1 pitch. That ball, that's going to get through out in the center field for a base hit. So Lures with a 1-out single right up the middle. And now the meat of the order coming up here. Clayton Moore will step in. Just a second hit of the ball game for Vandergrift. They've hit a number pretty hard, but
second baseman, number 13, Clayton Moore.
Those didn't drop in. That one did, as Clayton Moore will step in. Moore was involved in that weird play back in the 3rd inning I was talking about a moment ago, as Coach Rogers was going to go out and talk to his pitcher, Gonzalez. Ground ball to third base that was overthrown. Moore kept on running around second, thinking he was going to be awarded third, and they threw him out at third base. A little controversy over whether or not it was a dead ball or not. And it wound up going down as an E5 with the third out of the inning. So a tough break there for Clayton Moore and the Vipers back in the third inning. So here's Clayton Moore stepping in after the conference. And the first pitch in there called strike one to Moore. Toss over to first, runner back. Toss to first again. They're going to peel down to first, and the first base umpire says he goes around. So no balls and 2 strikes now to Moore with Lures at first base. 0-2 pitch. Gonzalez working from the stretch and fouls it up the first base side. And the count remains 0-2. Oh, 2 to Moore. Gonzalez looking in, the right-hander looking for the sign. Now with the belt and the 0-2 pitch. Poked foul again out of the right side. Will it get out of play? It will, just barely. Damage Slaughterback giving it a look, but runs out of real estate to the right side of home plate. So the count remains 0-2 to the Lone Ranger with a runner at first base. That's a chopper knocked down by Gonzalez. He will go to short for one. The throw to first, and it is in time. I don't know about that play at first base. Wow. For the moment, it's a 1-6-3 double play. Or did they say that he standing on second base still is Jackson Lures? Maybe he missed a tag at second. It looks like he didn't get the tag in time at second base. Mike Rogers is going to go out and talk to the second base umpire. For the moment, Moore is going to be retired at first on what will be a 1-6-3 fielder's choice. I don't think they got that one right, to be honest. So Lures will stay at second base. They missed the opportunity for the double play. It's just going to go as a 1-6-3 fielder's choice. Moore is retired for the second out of the inning. Coach Rogers started walking away. Now he comes back for a second word. Now hi's walking away again. Coach Hickle looking on intently from the third base coach's box. So he caught a bit of a break, and that Lures was able to get in at second, but I thought they missed the call at first. We should have runners at first and second with one away. Instead, it's a runner at second with 2 outs. And Braden Buchanan will step in, 1 for 2 in the ball game. 2 outs, runner at second. Pitch inside low, ball 1 to Buchanan. Be a great time for a double here from the Viper catcher. Get the Vipers on the board, get some momentum. 1-0 pitch. At the knees for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. One and 1 the count. Gonzalez working from the stretch, the right-hander. Brings the pitch to Buchanan. That ball line shot into the glove of the second baseman. One of the hardest hit balls this afternoon, but Dylan Slaughterback had it played perfectly. And the Vipers are done here in the 6th inning. So in the inning, no runs on 1 hit, no errors, runner to left on base. We will go to the bottom half of the 6th inning. Got to keep them right here. Can't afford to fall any further behind, down 3-0. We'll take a break and be right back. You're listening to Vanderbilt Vipers Baseball on Vype Live.
What is Vype Live? Vype Live is one of the largest and most respected broadcast and live stream networks in the state of Texas. Vype Live broadcasts any sport you can think of for youngsters of any age, from Pee Wee and Pop Warner to high school, club, college, semi-pro, and beyond. We also broadcast plenty of academic, fine arts, and community-related events as well, and now as partners with Flow Sports. Email us at info@vipemedia.com to find out more. Vype Live. We bring your teams to you.
David Ripple, Cole Johnson, and Ethan Calder to work against MD Connor. Has done a great job, 2 1/3 innings thus far of no-hit baseball for Connor. Got to do it again here in the 6th inning to give the Viper Bats a chance in the 7th. Gavin Shaddix, Tyler Hubbard, Jackson Lewis, the outfield left to right. Hudson Lilly, Simon Baker, Clayton Moore, Landon Thomason, the infield third to first. Braden Buchanan behind the plate. And MD Connor trying to shut down the Cavaliers here in the bottom of the 6th inning. All the damage done in the 3rd inning.
Leading out for the Cavaliers, third baseman, number 12.
With 2 base runners aboard with 2 outs, Cole Johnson planted a 3-run home run, and that's been the ball game right so far. Here we go. And the first pitch, curveball in the strike 1 to David Ripple, who is 0 for 1. He had one of those walks in the 3rd inning. Ground ball right side. Moore gobbles it up. And the 4-3 put out. Retires David Ripple, 1 away. Moore over to Thomason for the first out of the inning, and that'll bring up the aforementioned Cole Johnson. He is the difference in the ball game right now. His 3-run home run. That 3-run homer is the difference. 1 for 2 overall. He also grounded to third back in the 1st inning. Swings in the first pitch and fouls it up the first base side for strike 1. Looking ahead to the Viper 7th, it'll be 4, 5, and 6 hitters due up. Curveball stays up high. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1 pitch. That stays up high, 2-1. High fly ball in right field. The outfield was shifted, and that ball is going to drop into the corner. Ronning first, heading for second is Johnson. He's going to pull up there with a 1-out double to right field. The outfield is shifted over towards center and left.
Right fielder, number 5.
And that ball just plopped in about 5 feet fair along the right field line. And Johnson will be awarded second base on the double. And we're going to get a courtesy runner here for Johnson. Looks like number 16 for the Cavs. Luke Reeder. So Reeder going to run here for Cole Johnson with 1 out. He's standing at second base, and Ethan Calder, the right fielder, will step in. Pitch up high, ball one. That's the first hit surrendered by M.D. Connor. Under normal circumstances, would have been a routine fly ball. That ball hit hard to left field, but Gavin Shaddix has it played perfectly. Takes a few steps to his right and hauls it in for out number 2. So 2 outs now. Reeder stays at second base, and that'll bring up Will Langdon.
Batting. Designated hitter number 17, Will Langdon.
Langdon 1 for 2, an infield single. Also flew out to right back in the 4th. Connor working from the stretch with 2 away here in the runner at second. The lefty brings the first pitch to Langdon, and it's a chopper left side. Hudson Lindley fields it clean. And a good throw to first in time. And the Viper defense. If there's one area where this team has improved dramatically over the past year or two, it's been the defense, and it's been on display here today. So here's M.D. Connor to lead it off in the 7th inning. 0 for 1 in the game, grounded out to first base. His only other bat back in the 4th inning.
M.D. Connor.
Yeah, looks at the first pitch down low, ball 1. 3 outs to get 3 runs. One 0 pitch. High inside, ball 2. There is activity in the Cavalier bullpen, just in case, and that pitch misses outside, 3-0. And now time is called as the catcher Gavin Slaughterback going to go out and talk to his pitcher Gonzalez. In the 7th inning of last night, down 9-4, the Vipers got a run, loaded the bases, had the tying run at the plate with just 1 away. They are capable of coming back. 3 balls, no strikes here to Connor. And he's taken all the way, and that pitch in there for a strike right down the pipe, 3-1. 3-1 pitch. Fouled out of play, and now the count goes full to Connor. Popped up out of play again. So Connor battling at the plate. The count remains full. Three balls, 2 strikes, the pitch. Wasted another one, foul out of play down the third base side. This will be pitch number 8 coming up here to M.D. Connor. The 3-2 pitch. Fouled out of play again to the left. So M.D. Connor battling here against O.J. Gonzalez. The count remains full to Connor. Check swing to the right side. This could be trouble. Second baseman coming on. The throw to first. And the ball gets away. Caught a break. Second baseman Slaughterback had to charge that ball because it was a slow roller. He got to it in time. The throw looked to be on the money, but it gets away. And M.D. Connor will reach on the air. And stranger things have happened as Beckett Kramer going to come in here and run for Connor. More than likely going to be ruled in error on the first baseman. So So Kramer running at first. Gavin Shaddix will step in.
Bring him around, Gavin!
As Connor gets aboard. The pitch up high, ball 1 to Shaddix. Kramer running for Connor at first. 1 ball, no strikes to Shaddix. He's over 2 in the ball game. And now he's ahead in the count 2-0. And Coach Rogers is going to make a change. He's seen enough. A hot day. O.J. Gonzalez has given him 6+ innings of good work. And he's going to come out of the game. We'll see who comes in. Gonzalez gets a well-deserved round of applause. Nice job by that young man. And who is taking over pitching duties here? Is that number 5 or number 6 for the Cavs? We'll take a look here. They made a change over at third base as well. All right, so they've got number 33 over at third base, but they don't have a 33 on their lineup card.
Now pitching for the Cavaliers, number 6, Caden Kent.
So it's going to be Caden Kent, the shortstop, coming in like he did last night to try to close it out. I'm looking to make sure I'm not losing my mind here, but no, I do not see a number 33 on the lineup card that I was given. So I don't know who's playing third base for Lake Travis. We'll also see who moved over to shortstop for them to take Kent's place.
For the Cavaliers, number 12, David Ripple moves to second base.
Okay, so Ripple moves over to...
Schlotterbeck moves to shortstop. And now playing third base, number 33, Maddox Medrano.
Maddox Lebrano, I think is what he said. He is not on the roster, according to the pay announcer. Dylan Slaughterback moves to shortstop to replace Kent. And David Ripple moves from third base over to second. So it's Lebrano, Dylan Slaughterback, David Ripple, and Cole Johnson in the new infield third or first. And Caden Kent moves in from shortstop to take over pitching duties. He inherits a situation where Becca Kramer, running for MD Connor, is at first base with nobody out and a 2-0 count here on Gavin Shaddix. Two-0 pitch. At the knee, strike one, says the umpire. I'm not sure about that call. Two balls and a strike. Inside, ball 3. Big pitch here. 3 balls and a strike to Shaddix. Down low, ball 4, and for the second straight night, the Vipers will bring the tying run to the plate in the bottom of the 7th inning. Can they complete the comeback today? As stepping in is going to be Simon Baker. So Kramer to second, Shaddix at first, nobody out. And Baker will step in. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame. Popped out to shortstop twice. The second one was actually out in shallow left field. Up high, ball 1. One ball, no strikes. 1-0 pitch. That curveball bends in for a strike, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Baker. Viper bench alive. They're still in this game. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Pulled the string, and the count now 1-2 to Baker. One ball, 2 strikes to the Viper shortstop. With the runners at first and second, nobody out. Misses inside, and the count goes 2-2. Good take there by Baker. Two balls, 2 strikes. Inside corner, called strike 3. Tough pitch from Kent. Baker couldn't have done anything with that one anyway. And with the 1 away, that'll bring up Landon Thomason. Thomason has walked twice today. So runner still at first and second. Thomason now representing the tying run at the plate. There's now 1 away. Lays off of that pitch inside low, ball 1. Tyler Hubbard on deck. One 1-0 pitch. Inside again, 2-0. Two balls, no strikes. Ground ball left side, smothered by the third baseman. It's a fair ball. He'll step in the bag for 1 to throw to first. That ball gets away. And that's going to allow the runners to move up to second and third, so the Vipers are still alive. So a nice job by the new third baseman, Lebrano, to smother that ball and step on the bag to eliminate Kramer for out number 2. That's 5 unassisted for out number 2. But the throwing error allows Thompson to move up to second base. Shattuck's up to third. So runners at second and third with 2 away. Thompson put it in play. He hit a pretty good rocket, and Lebrano did a good job just smothering that one. Final out in the Hill Country, Cedar Park, all over Dripping Springs, 9-1. So Cedar Park will advance to the area round next week. And Dripping Springs, after making it to the regional finals last year, is out after the first round in 2022. So the tying run will still be at the plate. There are now 2 away, runners at second and third. Coach Rogers talking to his defense. With the 3-run lead, of course, Lake Travis doesn't have to come in. They just need an out. So they're not worried about those 2 base runners. They're worried about Tyler Hubbard. Here we go. Hubbard 0 for 2 in the ball game. 1 for 2 last night. Trying to keep it alive for Hudson Lilly and the Vipers. In there, called strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Runners at second and third with 2 away. Lifts it foul out of play to the right side, and Vandergrift down to their final strike in 2022. Oh, for a base hit for Tyler Hubbard. No balls, 2 strikes. Runners at second and third. Fans on both sides making noise. Caden Kent trying to close it out. He's ahead of the count 0-2, working from the line. The 0-2 pitch. Check the swing, called strike 3. That's the ball game. And that is going to be the series and the season for the Vandergift Vipers. Tough pitch on the outside corner. And that will do it. 3-0 their final score. As the teams will meet at the pitcher's mound for the traditional post-game handshake. We'll take a break, be back to wrap this one up here. You're listening to Vandergift Vipers Baseball on the Vype Live Network. And we welcome you back here to Lake Travis. Your final score 3-0. Lake Travis with the win. The Vipers with a good series, falling 9-5 in game number 1, 3-0 here in game number 2. The line score: 3 runs, 4 hits, 3 errors for Lake Travis. The only hit them out of the 3-run homer for Cole Johnson. That's the difference in this ball game. The winning pitcher, O.J. Gonzalez, going 6+ innings of work to get the win. For the Vandergift Vipers, no runs on 2 hits, no errors for Vandergift. The hard luck loser in the ball game, Connor Freeman. He pitched well, as did MD Connor in relief, but Lake Travis just had the 1 hit. And that is the difference in this ball game as Lake Travis wins the series 2-0. So that's going to do it for us here this afternoon. Thanks again to Vandergift Booster Club President Jennifer Farrow, Vice President Stephen Mueller, and all the sponsors, and the Vandergift Booster Club Board. You see all the sponsors listed right there. Our Grand Slam sponsor, Shannon Kramer with Kramer Property Group. Our home run sponsor, Silverton Custom Homes and Mr. Jason Grimm, along with Jones and Spross. Our double play sponsors, Sport Clips Haircuts, Craig Smize with 1835 Realty, Ranch Road Vision Source, and the DeQuebas Company. And our single play sponsors, that would be Pediatric Dentistry of Steiner Ranch, Trent Reynolds Player Development, Steiner Dental, Pinnacle Sports Performance and Rehabilitation, Candalia Haley Dance Hall, Tom and Family Orthodontics, Steiner Wellness and Nutrition, and South Star Bank, along with our Vype Network sponsor, that would be Academy Sports and Outdoors. Well, I can stick around, but it won't matter. The more I talk isn't going to make it all any better. Lake Travis wins the series 2-0. And the Vandergift Vipers dropped this Bi-dist series, a well-played series, to close out their season with an overall mark of 16-14. I believe just the 3rd winning record in Viper program history. So not a bad season overall for Coach Gerald Hicklen and his Vipers. The motto this year has been build the brand, and I think that first cornerstone has been laid here with a well-played series against the number 3 ranked team in the state, the Lake Travis Cavaliers. But that is it for the season as the Vipers fall to Lake Travis in this game number 2, 3-0, and drop the series 2-0. We certainly hope to be back with you next spring for more Viper baseball. Hope to have Viper football and basketball before then in the new school year. But for now, on behalf of our QA this evening, Shane Shawinski, our technical director, Cinna Vincott, all the folks with the Booster Club, all the sponsors, and